Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Behind the Badge. Myself, Fred Harron, we conduct these shows every other month here on WBCB 1490 and 103.7 or 107.3 on the FM dial. I'm glad that I was corrected on that. Bree, I always need you around to make these corrections. Yes, it's 1490 AM, WBCB, and 107.3 on the FM dial. We do our shows right here in the beautiful showroom at Team Toyota, proud sponsor of all of our shows, Behind the Badge, Justice for All, and Let's Go Places. And among other shows that we bring to you throughout the year, some other ones, seasonal ones like Dining Around, which is
I love that
neat.
one.
Yeah, the Dining Around one's
That
fantastic.
was my favorite.
And one of these days we'll resurrect our health program. Bree, remember that? Your Health with Tom Mellon. Our best wishes out to Dr. Joe Carcetti, as I mentioned that show. I know he's been a little bit under the weather, but to your right, to my left, my sidekick here, I have two co-hosts here, left and right, right and left. Charlie Esposito is the president of the Retired Police, Fire, and Correctional Officers, and Mr. Sir Joseph Safran, he carries a lot of responsibilities over the years, politically, civilly, throughout his business career, and he's had many successful endeavors in business. He's my good friend, our good friend, a friend of WBCB Radio. He comes on all the time with our shows. Joe Safran, the chairman of the Bucks County Tour of Honor. We're going to be talking a lot about the event, the events, plural, that help us cover the expenses to honor our veterans. We want to talk a lot about that today, honoring our military, thanking them for their responsibilities, and obviously, what they do to keep this beautiful country free as best we can, and it's because of their voluntary efforts to join the military, and Joe recognizes that. Joe, welcome to the show today. Charlie, welcome to the show.
Pleasure to be here.
Yeah. Is it a pleasure?
Of course.
Okay. We had breakfast today at our beautiful coffee cup down here in Pendel.
Yes, we did. We did, and it's anybody just getting up is as hot today as it was yesterday.
My God. I thought you were going to burn your tongue out when
it
that
was
plate came out.
Yeah, it was hot.
It's humid. I mean, it is humid.
Yeah,
it was humid down the shore this weekend. It was like a fog, the whole, mist.
A mist coming off the ocean.
Mist coming off the ocean.
Yeah, terrible. Hey, how about our Phillies? Let's give them a little salute. They're playing great. They beat the Dodgers yesterday, which was nice.
You know what scares me when they do that? Because they win 10-1, and tonight they'll lose 1-0.
Oh, please don't nix us.
I know.
Hopefully the pitching.
I hope it doesn't happen either. But
7 All-Stars this year. It's the first time. It's unprecedented, right, Bray? 4 of them pitchers. Matt Strom. I'm thinking of some of the other. Hoffman
Wheeler,
that came on. Zach Wheeler.
And Ranger.
The range. All pitching well, along with the rest of the staff.
And Wheeler can't play.
He can't. He's got that back strain
now.
He's
just through. He's going to start on Sunday.
He's going to start on Sunday, so that's not going to be good for him.
No, he ain't going to play at the All-Star game. But that's all right. He's an All-Star. That's all that matters. There should be more.
Yeah.
JT probably would have.
He would have made it. He would have made it if he wasn't knocked down.
That would have been nice to have the whole infield there.
It was almost.
Yeah.
You got our boy Alec Baum at third base playing sensationally. You can't say enough about Trey Turner. The way he is hitting the ball and fielding, everything is just great with him at shortstop.
Yeah, but he was out 38 games.
Yeah, I know, and he came right back, though, and he's blasting those home runs. How about last night?
He has that,
2 singles and a grand slam.
That wrist action that's famous,
Yes.
All sluggers have the wrist action. They don't do it with power. They do it with their wrist.
Correct. Kyle Schwarber, Bryce Harper. We can't say enough about those two.
Harper and Schwarber were quiet last night.
They were a little quiet, but those bats they'll light up.
Harper, but they got to get their swing back.
They'll get back in swing. But cheers to the Phillies. Sixers look good. We picked up Drummond. We picked up a couple good ball players.
Eagles start.
Eagles are going to be starting pretty soon as well.
All right, give me an E.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Oh,
I can't
God,
wait till we start
it's
that.
too early, Joe. It's too early.
It is.
They start in a couple weeks.
They do.
They were
they're
saying
already training.
There was the Philly fans with the stadium, not at home. You heard them out in the stands saying it.
Yes.
During the Phillies game.
Yeah.
Give me an E.
Give me an E. Yeah. I said, oh my God, we're away. We're not even at home, and they're singing that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, it's great during the Eagle game.
Oh, it's fantastic during the Eagles games. It really creates a high energy and a true spirit that, transcends not only Philadelphia but the bordering counties and New Jersey and Bucks County up here, which big supporters of the Philadelphia Eagles. So, but anyhow, our show here, Fred Herron could not make it today. Our sheriff is filled with some responsibilities that prevented him from coming. So we wish you the best, Fred. Hopefully we'll see him. Well, we're going to talk a little bit about the event for the Tour of Honor, but that's something
that's Friday. He's going to be there, I know.
If we have some cooperation from the weather.
Yeah.
But,
doesn't look good.
Doesn't look good at all. Thunderstorms, and once that begins, that's the precursor for the courses to be shut down because of the lightning.
Yes.
Oh God. Paul Muller, we want to thank him, the president of the Tri-State Toyota Dealers Association. Very, very close in hand with all of his sponsorships with the Philadelphia Phillies, but most importantly with our shows, our WBCB radio shows here. He's recognized the value of the show and how important it is so that we can carry this information out to you, our listeners, so you can understand what's going on and how you can be involved, which is what we're going to talk about today, with what's most important, our Bucks County right now, Bucks County Tour of Honor, something that we hold very high to our and close to our hearts. Joe being the chairperson, Charlie's on the board, myself, I'm on the board as well, and all of our volunteers and the rest of our board members. We're going to bring some information to you today about the upcoming event, which is our golf outing, our annual golf outing. Frank Perano, who chairs it, heads that charity event for us. All of the sponsors. Joe, I'm going to hand it to you. Some of our major sponsors, too, aside from Team Toyota, Parks Casino, some of our other major sponsors that always step up for let's take this one
We'll take a couple of them. You have Neshaminy Electric.
Wow, a big donation there.
It was a big donation from them for the golf outing. You don't want to miss anybody.
No, you
That's
don't.
the problem here.
No.
I'm just trying to put them all in my head at one time.
Yeah, there's so many of them. But, as we mentioned,
the little
Toyota.
donors.
Philadelphia FOP Lodge 5 is a title sponsor for us.
They are. Yep. Roosevelt Poplar.
Yes, and then you have, you said
our
Team Toyota,
Yep,
then you have
Team Toyota.
Parks Casino, and then you have some major, they're not title sponsors, but they're big sponsors on the thing, or Commonwealth Land Title Insurance, First American Title Insurance, you have Chase Bank, you have Fulton Bank, you have...
You're doing great.
Put you on the spot, didn't you?
I'm trying to remember these names, and again, I forgive anyone. Please forgive me. I don't know off the top of my head.
You know them, but in all fairness, we only have so many minutes to do the show. It would take us the whole show to mention them.
Well, for people that actually,
donate.
These are whole sponsors, title sponsors. You got different kind of sponsors. We have like 42 or more T-hole sponsors,
yes.
which they're $100 a pop, and then you have
and a great way to.
And then you got your foursomes.
Yep.
We have right now. I think we have 136 golfers.
You hit it right on the head. That's exactly where we are.
136 golfers out of
18.
144.
Yeah, 144. So we're going to have an A flight and a B flight, which means we're going to have a couple foursomes on every tee going off this Friday. provided if the weather holds up. That's our main concern right now with thunderstorms in the midst.
We'll be meeting. We're going to meet
Meet.
within an hour or so.
Yes.
We're probably right after the
show here.
show here. We'll be meeting and deciding what we're going to do.
Right. But nonetheless, it's
Canceling something like this is not easy.
it's not easy.
It's
because-
like canceling a trip canceling that Tour of Honor trip one year.
Isn't that the truth?
That was
That was horrible as well.
you got to contact 300 people.
It's like starting all over again.
Yeah, oh, it's. But we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see how things go. I mean,
God
obviously,
willing.
God willing, there's certain conditions that we have no control over.
Plus,
but
we got to do it today because you can't wait till Friday morning to cancel it.
yeah,
you
we don't want people showing up and
right.
watch their frustrations, shall we? But Frank Pirano has been doing a great job.
Frank does a good job.
Does the work with all of our golfers and sponsors out there. Frank will be coming in after the show right after the show. He's out there scrounging around and trying to find more
Setting bail
sponsors.
for people.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, as a judge, district justice, he'll be retiring at the end of the year, I believe.
Yes, he's calling it quits.
What a commendable professional history he has. I mean, as a police officer in Ben Salem, carried over to Bristol when he was a chief in Bristol. Then he ran for judge. And I understand there's some whispers that he may be running for mayor in Bristol Borough. I'm whispering that, but I was told that he's definitely going to run. He's definitely going to run.
Well, that's good.
Yeah,
Frank's a good man.
Yes, he is.
Good civil servant.
Civil servant. That's the best way to put him. Place him, and I'm sure he'll put a good team around him.
Like a good,
keep things
good
straight.
people.
Yeah.
Good people.
Yeah, absolutely. Our golf tournament is won, but then in September with the Bucks County Tour of Honor, we have a car show that is just above reproach. It's one of the best shows that you will absolutely enjoy to bring the whole family out, right, Joe? And that'll be sometime in September. We haven't set a date yet.
Yes,
we
the
did?
date is, again, everything right now is the golf
tournament now.
But I think it is September the 1st.
Yeah, right in the beginning.
Right, I don't know what the date is. It might be September the 8th, I think it is.
Yeah, right.
September
It's the beginning
8th.
of September, but
It's the Sunday after Labor Day.
We'll take a break. After one of our station breaks, we'll get back and give you the exact date. But that's a great show.
Yeah, we have a good.
Phenomenal. A lot of
And
vendors
there's so much.
come out.
They improved it so much. They have so much family. They really made it family oriented.
They really
last
did.
year. They had a lot of extra stuff in for the
Children,
families,
the
children
kids,
and
yeah.
the wives. So it really was nice. We got to worry about the weather with that too. We have problems.
Yeah. Whenever anything occurs outside, you have the weather conditions you have to be a little concerned about. That's for sure.
A lot of work going into the tour.
Oh, my
People
goodness,
don't
yeah.
know, have
Yeah.
no idea.
Well, we're going to talk more about that with Joe and Charlie. Throughout the year, there's always something going on and building up for that annual trip from Parks Casino early in the morning all the way down to Washington, D.C. with all the memorials, and a lot of hard work and effort that goes behind and throughout the operation of the trip itself and coming home. It's I commend you for that, Joe. A lot of times.
It's a lot of coordination involved.
Yeah.
A lot.
It
And
really
plus
is.
you got a lot of people don't understand or they don't realize the cost of these trips.
Thanks for bringing that up.
And one of these trips costs anywhere between $50,000 and $60,000.
Yeah, it's not small change.
And no cost to our vets.
No cost to the
no
vets
cost
at all.
to the veterans at all, and very minimal cost to the guardians.
Right, which is great. You know,
Well,
and
you know, try to. I mean, other organizations that do the same thing, they're charging guardians $150 to $200 to go on this trip. You know, our cost is like $50, but in return, a guardian that goes with the veteran, which could be either children, grandchildren, or anything, a guardian that goes with them, it's a $50.
Sure,
And they
sure.
in return they would receive a hat, a shirt, a jacket, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks the whole day long,
of course.
and you know that's worth $50.
Oh, I'll say it is.
I mean, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It really doesn't even cover the cost of
God.
what we put out. But it's okay. We're not here to gouge anybody.
No, we're
here.
not.
We're here to get these veterans down to Washington.
Right. So it's a lot of good, hard efforts and work and support. It begins with the volunteers, our staff. Just phenomenal. You'll be hearing a lot more about the Tour of Honor, the ingredients and the work and the hard efforts behind its success for more than 10, 11 years now. That we've been in existence.
We started in, I believe it was 2014.
Yeah,
It was our
10
first
years.
trip. It's been 10 years. This is, I think, our 11th year.
11th year
This is our 11th year.
coming up.
There's a couple. This is in our 11th trip,
Right.
but
Right.
there was 2 years that we didn't go because
Yes.
of COVID.
Right.
A lot of things didn't happen for 2 years anywhere.
You're right.
And
You're right.
this is we missed it. But then there were 2 years that we were doing 2 trips a year.
Yes. Yes.
And the way the applications, and they're still coming in, the way the applications are, the board's going to have to make a decision whether
Absolutely.
they're going to do 1 or 2 trips.
Of course. Of course.
But then there's a cost involved
Yeah.
now.
As always.
Instead of putting out 50,000, now you're going to be putting out 100,000.
Yeah. A lot more. A lot more. And more information coming to you. We're going to take a quick pause to identify our sponsors, right, Bree? You're listening to, once again, Behind the Badge with Fred Harron, who could not join us today. I'm Tom Mellon, your host, Charlie Esposito, and Joe Safran being here with us today. We'll return after a few moments. Don't go anywhere.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota is the choice for your next vehicle purchase or service this season. With new Toyota models available for immediate delivery and over 100 certified used and pre-owned vehicles for any budget. Plus service specials to keep you on the road to victory. Shop or schedule online at teamtoyota.net or choose one of our 3 locations in Langhorne, Glen Mills, or Princeton. Are you part of the team?
WBCB is now on your FM dial at 107.3. Serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer counties since 1958, you can now listen to all of your BCB favorites crystal clear on 107.3 FM. A new age for WBCB on a new frequency, 107.3.
Hey, this is Jonesy. Kick off your Thursday and Friday evenings in style. Join me for an eclectic freeform mix of the hits and beyond. It's a happening, a musical journey. It's the Glenn Jones Radio Experience, right here on 1490 WBCB and 107.3 FM, Thursday and Friday, 5 to 6 p.m., directly following the legendary Jerry Blavitt. Radio, the way it ought to be.
Welcome back to Behind the Badge with our sheriff, Fred Harron, who couldn't join us today. We wish him all the best. I know he's busy. He's not ill or anything. We always...
He had a Phil docket.
Yeah, he had, right, exactly. But I'm here with Joe Safran and Charlie Esposito, Bree at our helm here as the engineer. We're talking to Joe Safran and Charlie about the Bucks County Tour of Honor. The importance for all of a big community effort to support us throughout the year, and we find good support for all of our VFWs, our American Legions, our disabled veterans, and many of our lodges, police, firemen. That's what helps, right, Joe?
Yeah, it's everybody's working together to support each other. Our goal is to get veterans down to Washington, D.C., and that's the only job of our organization. It's just to get the veterans down to Washington.
Sure.
And time is of the essence on a lot of them now, because even our Korean veterans are now in their 90s. And, most of the World War II guys. And last year we were lucky. We had 4 World War II guys that went with us. And, and you have, again, in Korea, you had a lot more women that were involved than World War II. But we do have a lot of them going. But again, they're in their 90s. So you got to be at least 97, 98 to be a World War II veteran now. So, time is of the essence
It
to
sure
get these
is.
guys down there, and that's our job. That's our goal, and that's our only goal of our organization is to get veterans down to Washington D.C. There's a lot involved, as you know. You know, the coordination with police departments from here to Washington. You know, involved with that coordination of getting the homecoming on 95 with Philadelphia Highway Patrol, and then outside the city there's other police departments that are involved. I think there's like 26, 27 police departments involved from Bucks County. It's just we have them coming all the way in from Quakertown.
Sure.
And then we've had calls now from Delaware County and South Jersey to be involved with us. So it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It's full-time working, you know,
No doubt.
constantly people calling about applications and everything. We don't know. I don't know the date for next year's trip yet. We
Not yet.
haven't
That's-
picked it.
Sure.
That'll be at the next board meeting. Then there's going to be a lot that will be decided for next year.
Let's talk about the buses. I mean, we have 4 of them, right? 4 or 5 of them.
We usually this past year we took 7 buses or 6 or 7 buses down. 4 of them were full of veterans.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
One bus is the junior ROTC classes from Muhlenberg, Pennsbury, and Bensalem High
Yes.
School. Bensalem is like, them guys are just, you know, out of this world working with us. Pennsbury is 2. I mean, they all send their color guard down with us, so we don't have to go to the old guard at the cemetery.
Sure.
We can, you know, but, you know, sometimes it's nicer to have our local guys doing it, and they really do. They do a hell of a job.
They sure
They
do.
do a hell of a job. And then you got working with them. You're working with schools, and we take our local school children down. This year we only took, I think it was Maple Point Middle School from the Chamonix School District went with us. And when we were going to get more, it was just too late because the bus in Arlington National Cemetery, you're only allowed to take 4 buses.
That's
in.
a good point. You know, they cut it back a
They
little
cut
bit.
it back, and then, but this year they let us take 5 in. So, like, I think their rules are, you know,
They're a little flexible.
Anywhere is like rules are made to be broken.
Yes, and we'll try and break them
And
if
we'll
it's going to
break
help.
them. Yeah. So next year I think we have to go a little higher on the political scale to, you know, like, you know,
To make sure that we get
Cut
our
the-
voice heard.
cut the BS out.
Yeah.
And
That's a
you
good
know,
point.
And we took 4 buses. Again, I'm sorry. We took 4 buses of veterans, 1 bus of ROTC to assist us down there with the veterans. So, you know, we had 5, 6 buses this year. Next year, I'm probably thinking 7 plus.
Which will be great. And the cost is, you know, it's
Two to-
not cheap
They're $2,800 to $3,200 on buses.
just for the bus.
Well, you got 6. You can get 60 passengers. We use all the 60 passengers. Then we use 54 passengers, and then they go down to 48.
Right.
So you know it's $3,200 a bus.
A bus just for the bus expense.
Just for the buses. So you figure, you know, 5 times, it's almost $18,000 to $20,000 on buses.
Right there, just for transportation alone. You know.
That's what I tell everybody that I sign up. That it's, you know, it's a lot of work, a lot of money.
It is.
To no cost to you. So
Yeah.
Well, for our listeners,
they appreciate it. They really do.
anyone who continues to watch our show, obviously we're talking about the military event. It's a 501c3. It's a charity. So any type of a donation that you can find in your heart, from $1 to $1 million, we'll take it all, because that helps us continue to honor our military in an incredible fashion, exemplary fashion that they deserve. Right, Joe?
Yes.
And there's plenty. Let's talk about the veterans alone in Bucks County that we haven't touched. You're talking about 1923, the births of our military, somewhere in that area. 1921, 22, up to 29, 1930, for World War II. And, you know, just do your math. As Joe pointed out, the World War II veterans there's a slim margin of of our World War II veterans that are alive. But still, we're finding a handful of them that are 97, 100 years of age, 102.
We had 100. I think one
72.
guy was 100, and 2 of them were 99, and then I think one was 97.
God bless them. God
Yeah.
bless them. And God bless you and everyone, all of our listeners, who will take the time and make the effort financially, whatever you can afford, to help donate and contribute to the financial expenses so that we can continue to pursue these trips, because that's what it takes, right?
We
John?
even, I don't want to blow people's mind or even your guys. There was we've been looking into taking veterans, World War II veterans, back to Normandy.
That's a great. I remember hearing about that.
We've talked about it, and we've mentioned it, and looking for things that, again, but I don't want anybody to think out there, oh, this is just a trip for your members or your board
It's
or
not.
something. Any board member that goes is forking up at themselves.
Sure they are.
This is only free to veterans.
Yes. Yes.
And you must have been in World War II
Yes.
to be eligible to go on this.
Yes.
But again, this is nothing set in stone yet. There's there's a lot more planning that has to go on. Airlines and
Exactly.
buses in France, etc. But we look into this stuff. Looked into going back.
Passports.
Passports. You're looking at going back. I've looked into with the Korean embassy, where there's a way of taking some of the guys back to Korea that want to go.
That's incredible. And then when you think about it, for our listeners, you take every generation from the Z generations, or all the letters they use with the younger generations, to our generation and our children. You have an aunt, an uncle, a grandparent, or a great-grandparent that we can help honor through your support. I can't think of any other better way of expressing it, right? So that whoever it may be in your family that served from World War II right on up to the present, we're going to be around for a long time, and the only way that we can continue this existence is with your help and the sponsors that we have.
Hopefully, we're going to be around for a long time.
Yeah, I seen you grinning there. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know.
I
about
want
your-
to be around for
I
a
don't know
long
about
time.
your plans, Joe.
Yeah.
Tom, but me and Joe, we're planning to be around a little longer.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
I want to be around. I'm thinking
Hopefully, the organization will be around
Oh,
for
yeah.
a long time.
but it's with the help and the financial support that we get. I want to be around to pick up the pieces. That's Tony Bennett back in the.
I want to be around to look and smile and say, "Thank God it's still going on."
Thank God it's still going on, and that's what we want to continue to do for our military, so that we can, give them. We see them coming home, and we're not going to share everything with you because there are surprises in the trip, but it brings tears not only to the eyes of the military who participate, but all of us as well. It's just a great
Yeah,
feeling.
We just don't, we're getting older.
Yes.
And, all the work that has to be done down in Washington the day of.
Yes.
We have to get the younger generation involved.
Involved. So
into-
listen to us now, and we're going to talk a little bit about how you can get involved. What's the number they can call for the Bucks County Tour of Honor?
Well, the one number is 215-962-8071. The number here is
215-741-4200, extension 116. And you can either leave a message or I will answer, because we're, thanks to Paul Muller, our location now for office purposes and communication and marketing is right here at 746 East Lincoln Highway at Team Toyota. Paul Muller graciously gave us
office
an
upstairs.
office space up there. We share his boardroom. So it's not about just selling cars here. It's also helping to support our Bucks County Tour of Honor. So please remember that. We're going to pause for a quick station break, and then we'll return with much more information about the Bucks County Tour of Honor.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota is the choice for your next vehicle purchase or service this season. With new Toyota models available for immediate delivery and over 100 certified used and pre-owned vehicles for any budget. plus service specials to keep you on the road to victory. Shop or schedule online at teamtoyota.net or choose one of our 3 locations in Langhorne, Glen Mills, or Princeton. Are you part of the team?
WBCB is now on your FM dial at 107.3. Serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer counties since 1958, you can now listen to all of your BCB favorites crystal clear on 107.3 FM. A new age for WBCB on a new frequency, 107.3.
Are you a parrot head? Not that kind. That's more like it. If you're this kind of parrot head, don't forget to check out the Denny O Polka Show every Saturday from 9 a.m. to noon right here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com.
We're back here with Behind the Badge, our sheriff, Fred Herron. And initially, in the beginning, Fred, before he became sheriff, was the director of public safety in Ben Salem Township, where we did many of our shows right in his office down there in Ben Salem. But Fred couldn't join us today. He's busy out there throughout the county with some other important meetings. But as I say to Bill Redner and to Bree, the show must go on. And it always continues to go on. We always have somebody and some topic to discuss. And this one, it was perfect. It was fitting, talking about our golf outing and more about the meat and potatoes of the 501c3, which is our program, our organization here, the Bucks County Tour of Honor. Joe.
Yes, sir.
What was the impetus of you beginning and getting involved with the military? Tell us, because you're too humble. You won't just beat your chest. I'll do it for you.
Well, back in, I guess it was 2014 or so, around 2013, we started a program in the county, the Veteran ID program.
Okay.
And I was on a kind of a speaking tour, and I was over at Ann's Choice. And before me, they had a organization which is we were part of, the Honor Flight.
Okay.
And they made a presentation there to do the trip, and then they put me on afterwards. And I went, how can I follow that? It's like trip for veterans, honor, and then all I'm doing is trying to give them a 10% discount on a loaf of bread or whatever. It's just
whatever it may be.
Yeah, and we gave them a card, the veteran ID card. In fact, I'm trying to work with Matt Allen, the new director. He wants
Veteran Services.
Yeah, he wants to bring that program back to the county. We'll be working with him trying to get that done. So I was there, and then the guys, when I'm talking about the program, and they start asking, how come we can't do this? Because the Honor Flight Philadelphia is out of Chester area, down in Chester County, Delaware County.
Sure.
And they have to travel there and everything. So I told the people there, and it was the same thing. I was a politician.
No, you're kidding me.
And so I went down and I told them, I said, all right, I'll look into it. I'll see what we can do to get it here. And they say, oh yeah, you guys are all the same. You're just putting us off and everything like that. The next day I went back to my office and I talked to Christine, and she told me I was nuts, but we pulled it off. We started the program. We kind of got married to Honor Flight Philadelphia.
Sure.
Their procedures and our procedures, what we wanted is not what they had, and
right.
We got married and we got divorced very quickly.
There were differences.
There was very serious differences.
Yes.
And we just said, all right, we're moving, we're going on our own, and we started the Bucks County Tour of Honor.
Yeah, I was there with you
from
the beginning.
We used to be called Bucks County Honor Flight Bucks County, and so then we started Bucks County Tour of Honor,
which makes sense.
Put the company together, the LLC, and we went from there. It's just You know. It
Well,
was
we
one-
have an
It was
identity.
one of them honeymoons you went on and you couldn't wait to get up and get back. It was,
I've been on them
You have?
Yeah.
Holy
just
shit.
last week.
Just
It didn't last long, but they're good people.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to. It's just the differences.
differences of the direction that they take that we weren't comfortable with.
Right, exactly. We wanted
right.
the Bucks County children involved. We
Right.
wanted
Right.
Bucks County police involved. We wanted Bucks County involved.
Right.
They did not want that. And so 'cause we had schools come into our banquet at night, singing instead of having professionals come. Sure, it saved us money, but
Sure.
the veterans, I believe, would have rather seen our children down there, because they always ask, "Where you guys from?" And
Sure.
they say, "Well, we're from Bucks County, in the Chamonix."
Yeah.
And they look, and then the same thing at the banquet. All right, everyone, there is a banquet after the trip when we come home. Everybody has a big dinner, and we figured that it would be more welcoming when we have children from Bucks County.
Oh, they were good too.
Yeah.
Them kids were good.
Oh, phenomenal.
You know what I mean? I think the veterans would prefer to see children from the county or different schools performing there instead of having professionals perform there. And when you get the professionals performing there, they all want money.
You're darn right they do.
So, and I think it works out better with the children performing.
It does. But look what you're doing with children. Yeah, the younger generation, the fresh blood that's going to be taking over the responsibilities, and you're giving them the stepping stones of how to join the military, how to make it for some of them a career, or just a way for them to serve and do something as a participating effort for their country.
I would be wrong if I didn't say something special to the teachers and children from Maple Point Middle School
Okay.
in the Chamonix School District. They've been with us, and they go every year. It's not like I got to go ask the school if they're ready to go this year or anything. They call and ask if, when it's going to be. And they got a waiting list of children that want to go on the trip with us. So kudos to Maple Point
Maple
Middle
Point
School,
in Chamonix.
the Chamonix School District. Carol Foley and the rest of her crew over there. They are
They
fantastic.
do a lot of good work.
They do a lot of work, and then they do a big Veterans Day celebration at the school,
Yes,
which we usually go to, or I'll send somebody from there because sometimes I'm not.
that's important.
Yeah. We try to support our supporters.
Sure.
And in which we as much as we can.
Charlie,
Yeah,
you've been
I'm
with
enjoying it.
us for the Bucks County Tour of Honor now for how many years?
Well, I think this is my 5th year.
Okay.
As
Yeah.
a director,
Yeah,
you were
as
with
a-
us before.
Oh yeah, I was with you before.
Volunteer, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
doing a
yeah.
volunteer. Now you.
And getting back to what Joe with the kids, them kids, all them good kids don't get any. It's a shame because they don't get the publicity they deserve. All you hear is those few rotten ones, the bad ones.
Sure.
And there's so many good kids out there that you never hear about. That do.
That's an
they
excellent
do things,
point.
They do things like, and they're happy to do them.
Yes.
You don't. It's not a you have to go.
No, they want to do it.
They want to go.
Yeah, there's initiative there.
Yeah, it's a shame but Joe got him a good kudos, I think. Pretty
Oh,
good
yeah.
kudos.
And for all of our parents out there, for the parents who have their children involved, thank you for the direction you're providing from home. And we need you, more parents, right, Joe, to, with your children, install that impetus once again for them to see the benefits of getting involved, serving, and also just supporting the military efforts and the charities that we're involved with. I can't think of any
I
other
can't
better
even
way to say it.
I mean, like the teachers are good, but you do get a lot of support from the district superintendents.
Yes.
They usually work with us very closely, and certain districts are really
Yeah.
a lot of districts, hem and haw, but then there are certain districts that'll,
They're right there.
right there, no problem or anything, So it's, we do what we can for them, and
Of course.
again, we support them too. We try to
Yes.
send, I try to send donations over to them, for their programs that
Yes.
they want to do.
The Veteran ID discount program, which is going to start up again, I'm so excited about that.
I still have
With-
my old card.
With Matt, do you really?
Yeah.
Yeah, with Matt Allen, who's now our Director of Veteran Services here in Bucks County, doing a great job. Veteran himself, obviously. And for our veterans who are listening, it's going to be an opportunity for them to get this discount card that's going to be remarkable and beneficial, deservedly so, with many different businesses out there, Joe.
Yeah, well, we had quite a few businesses involved in it before. It's going to take a lot of work.
Woo!
It's going
I'll
to
say.
take not just a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of money.
Yes, it will.
And
Yes, it
then
will.
I'm thinking of ways to maybe he could use different people. Maybe if they're going to do a card, I don't know what Matt's total thoughts are on the program now, but
Sure.
it's not cheap.
No, it's not.
And you got to get it. Possibly we can get another sponsor that'll handle it, and it's going to take some work.
Hopefully.
But he's got to get the biggest thing he's got to do is he has to get the commissioners.
You said it. I was just going to say, hopefully our commissioners will support this very important, benefit for the veterans. We need our commissioners, as always.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
think
He needs them.
they think with integrity and they think with honesty, and this is a good, integral, honest direction to take to support this, Joe.
They think with integrity. But they
We
gotta,
hope.
They got to open up their pocketbook now.
Yeah, they have to be generous.
They've got to open up the pocketbook a little bit.
Well, there's money. There's monies there to allocate, obviously, and this is. And I know there's a lot of causes and benefits and purposes.
They got a rough job.
They got a rough job. It's not easy.
Keeping taxes down. I understand.
Yeah.
I'm just like kind of making a little.
Yeah,
Been there, done that. You know,
Yes.
so it's like
but it's a full circle when you look at it. They're helping our veterans. They're helping businesses because businesses participate in it as well. So let's hope that this goes through successfully, where we can get this up and running again, the Veteran ID discount program. We're going to pause, take another quick break, and we'll return with Joe Safran, the president, the chairman of our Bucks County Tour of Honor, myself, Tom Mellon, Charlie Esposito. Don't go anywhere. We'll return in a few moments.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota is the choice for your next vehicle purchase or service this season. With new Toyota models available for immediate delivery and over 100 certified used and pre-owned vehicles for any budget, plus service specials to keep you on the road to victory. Shop or schedule online at teamtoyota.net or choose one of our 3 locations in Langhorne, Glen Mills, or Princeton. Are you part of the team?
WBCB is now on your FM dial at 107.3. Serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer counties since 1958, you can now listen to all of your BCB favorites crystal clear on 107.3 FM. A new age for WBCB on a new frequency, 107.3.
Hi, this is Mayor Jeff Martin of Hamilton Township, inviting you to tune in to our monthly radio show, This Month in Hamilton. Video stream live the 4th Tuesday of every month at 10 a.m. at WBCB1490.com. We will be featuring various guests from Hamilton Township to keep you up to date on what's going on in Hamilton.
Hey, this is Jonesy. Kick off your Thursday and Friday evenings in style. Join me for an eclectic.
We're back here at Team Toyota's beautiful showroom. As you can hear, a little bit of work in the background with some important lighting fixtures that are going on. But something's always happening here. We're going to talk later, and you'll hear some of our commercials that we're going to throw out and extend to our social media. The benefits with what Paul Muller has provided here for 15 years, namely the Heroes program that I've been very proudly actually operating for 15 years. It's crazy, Charlie, and you were one of the benefactors of it.
Yes. That's how we met.
Yeah.
You come up to the
That's right.
retirees office and
That's right.
did a show,
Yeah.
and we became friends. And
Yes.
then
Do you regret that, or?
No, well,
Do
once
I was going to say.
Does he
what-
regret
I
what-
that?
mean,
or-
where'd you come up with this word "friends"?
yeah, well, listen. Once you
You got a mouse in your pocket?
Once you return the tape, Scotch tape things and the staplers. And all the
How do you think I put my
and all the-
office together?
Once you returned them, then I forgave you and we became
You forget,
friends.
right? Exactly. You were looking around like, wait a minute, Tom. There were things here. They're gone. Tom.
Boy, he's good.
He
I gotta
he
be
borrows.
friends with him.
Yeah, that's
That's
right.
because you
how
wanted. That's because you wanted a new Toyota.
Of course he did.
Yeah, that was it.
What was I wrong? No, I wasn't.
That was probably the easiest sale. It was the easiest sale that I ever made here in 15 years. His lovely wife, Denise Esposito,
Yeah, no,
Niecy as we call her. You both walked on the showroom floor, and Joe said, that one there, that blue one, yeah, I'll take that one. And Denise said, well, I was going to take that one over there. I'm thinking, I don't have to do anything. I'll just write
That's
everything
when
up.
the showroom floor was full.
Yeah, when the showroom was full, yes.
And after the sale, like the drugs seemed to wear off after a couple of days. we were back to normal.
Right.
And then we looked in the yard and there's just 2 cars out there.
How did we do that? Did you sign for all this?
Yeah.
I thought mine was the easiest.
Yours was. I was just about to say, you were pretty easy, too, walking in the door. And it was a Highlander that you bought.
Yes, it was.
And your son came in, who's now he's the chief over there at the Bucks County Chamber of Commerce.
No, he left that job.
Oh, did he? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But he was there for some time.
He was there
for a while.
Listen,
little bit,
Joe, was Tom standing at the door with a fishing pole when you walked in?
Yeah, I had the bait
Me and
sticking
Denise
right
come
there.
in, he was standing there with the fishing pole. Got to come on. The
It
big
works.
one's here.
That's the cop in me, you know. That's why, all the police. Paul Muller says to me all the time, how do you get all these cops coming in here? I said, well, we're
They're
all
stupid.
Yeah, we're all full of baloney, But yeah, your son bought a Camry. I think it was a Camry XSE. Two of them. He traded it in, and now
he's got another one.
he's got another one. That's a great car, by the way. We'll talk about that on another show. The Camry from the LE. Right
Talk about that on the Toyota show.
On the Toyota show, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, once again, the Tour of Honor, we're just so happy and proud to see this continue to grow with integrity and with the support that we're getting. The more that veterans are aware of it, the better the easier we grow. Because how many veterans do we have just alone in Bucks County? 90,000?
Oh, I don't know what.
No,
the
40,000.
40-some
40,000,
thousand, I think
yeah.
it is.
Yeah, we're close to 190 to 110,000 residents in Bucks County.
Oh, no.
More than that.
Oh, God, you're
More than that?
close to 1 million.
Is it really?
Well, I think I'm not positive. The Bucks County, I'm going to say there's 690,000.
Okay.
But then the area also goes over a little bit over to Montgomery County.
And then
Bucks County, I think, is the 3rd largest county in the state of
in the state of Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Ben Salem being one of the largest townships.
They're about 65,000 people.
Well, that's a hell of an operation down there.
65,000 legal.
Yes.
Let's not count the illegals.
Illegals that are coming in. That's another topic.
And that's just the Italians.
Just the Italians. So
We let them in.
The job that Joe DiGirolamo has done over the years is just phenomenal.
Yeah,
And now Chief Bill McVeigh's down there, the Director of Public Safety, doing a great job. Great guy, by the way. He's been on our show, Bill McVeigh, a big supporter of, and I'll talk a little bit about that, the Safety Blue Alert program. Joe Gall, a veteran who just experienced our trip, as you're aware, this last trip that we had. Joe came together with some engineers and thought of how he could save lives. That's how it began. How can we save lives? The engineers sat down with him and they devised a product, a component that will be eventually installed in the light bars of police cars. These police cars will now have the ability with the officers to look and detect by an infrared image for all the way out 3 football fields. That's 900 feet. Incredible. And the ability for a police officer to now have an opportunity to save himself from physical harm, or maybe even losing his life. This device, it can go through any type of atmospheric conditions, which is great. It only weighs about 1.5 pounds, and it's an algorithm that by the engineers, their genius methods, will be installed once again into the light bars, so it's away from any type of weather conditions. And this infrared will actually pierce. It can pierce through any type of atmospheric weather conditions, and it'll detect whether it's vegetation, the wind blowing leaves, whether it's an animal, or whether it could be a perpetrator. Now we're even reaching further into a discovery where it can actually detect metal on an object all the way out, 200 yards or whatever. So it sends a message right back to the police officer in their car. It'll also be able to be dispatched and sent to the dispatchers, so that we're on top of things. The police are going to have the capability to not allow somebody to get too close to them where they could be sexually harmed, assassinated.
Use the word assassinate.
You're right, and that's what it is, and we see that across the country.
A 360 degree.
360-degree bird's eye.
Yeah.
It really is. Above, below, sides, front, and back. So Joe Gall, I commend him. I got involved with him, and I'm now a partner with this operation. John McNesby has sat in and talked about it. Joe, I spoke with you about it. Chief Bill McVeigh, we sat down and explained the product and how this is going to be installed and how it's going to help. He just couldn't believe. He says, "How? I've been in police work now for 25, 30 years. I wish I would have thought of something like this." So he wrote a letter of full support. The Bucks County Chiefs Association, the Southeastern Pennsylvania as well. As I said, John McNesby is now working with the governor. He's excited about it. His first question was, do we have a patent? And it is. It's
Everybody's first question.
It is. It's a patented product now, and we are now waiting for funding to occur that will go into the United Veteran Services, which is a 501c3. Just a great product, Safety Blue Alert. To hear more about it, obviously, you will be hearing more about it as we social media with advertising get it out there to the public as well. But it's www.safetybluealert.com. Once again, www.safetybluealert. But that's a mouthful. Safetybluealert.com. Or you could call 215-768-6505 for more information if you would like to be involved. Obviously, there's a lot of families out there who have members, aunts, uncles, brothers, sisters, husband, wife, that's a police officer, and it's also for military as well, Joe. Get more involved. Give us a call, and we can continue to flourish with installing these devices, because it, once again, costs money for all of it.
Yep, sounds good.
Yeah, sounds good. We're coming towards the end of our show, but as always, we enjoy your opportunity, the opportunity we give to you to listen to these shows, which are important. We're going to be making some important decisions after the show's over about our golf outing, because of Mother Nature stepping in to give us some possible road hazards, right, Joe? Yeah, but if need be, we'll just push it to another day.
Got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. But the golf event is fun. It's enjoyable. We have a lot of sponsors that we'll continue to thank that make it a real fun day.
Yes.
Throughout the day, plenty of socializing, plenty to eat, plenty to drink, and a party at the end, and all throughout the day. It's a big party.
Yes.
Enjoying some of the golf swings that certainly we understand now why they're not in the PGA.
Boy, do we understand that.
Yeah. I mean, including myself. That's why I just drive around in a cart and take pictures.
Oh.
But it's enjoyable. Safety Blue Alert. We mentioned our golf outing coming up. The history of our organization, the Tour of Honor, many other charities. Jolly, your final words. We're gonna.
I just want everybody out there to make sure they consider all the hard work that's going into the Tour of Honor.
Yes.
And respond if you get, they get people call you, or you respond to them. Yeah, we don't even care if you say no, but just respond.
Yeah, give us some type
don't
of
make us keep
opinion.
Don't make us keep trying and going back.
Right.
I mean, our feelings won't get hurt. Sometimes that's the most irritating part, when people don't get back to you, when you ask them something.
Yeah, because then we don't know.
There's so many people behind the scenes to thank. I know,
Yeah,
Joe.
we don't have to.
We don't have time to thank them.
No, no.
It just isn't just a couple of people get together that day and have a tour.
Right.
It's a lot of work, a lot of coordination's the best. Coordinating everybody, which they have to do, and you have to order stuff. Joe just doesn't sit around and look pretty all day. He does a lot of work.
You actually do work, Joe, and that's what we want to let people understand.
Pretty, I don't have to worry about looking pretty.
You already know.
I know,
Yeah, it's there.
It's there, yeah.
Oh, you got a head of hair,
Hey, it's a tough job when somebody has to do it.
That's right. Somebody does have to
That's
do
what
it.
I always say.
Yeah.
I still got my hair.
You still have your hair. That's the important thing.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah. But we want to thank everyone for listening in. On behalf of Fred Herron, who obviously is not here right now, we had to step in, and we stepped in with a lot of pride and dignity, with extending to you the information that you need to know so you can help us more with the Bucks County Tour of Honor, right, Joe?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Good
your
stuff.
support. Yeah. Thank you, Fred, for not showing up.
Not showing up so we can talk more about the Tour of Honor today.
Yes.
And your advice, we always tell the listeners this, your advice supplies us with information that could turn into a little bit of an education for us to make our program a little bit stronger. So if you have any ideas, what's the number again, Joe?
You call 215-962-8071.
8071. If for any reason, which I know you will get through, the other number here at the office is 215-741-4200, extension 116. Well, that's a wrap. Bree's going to hang around. We're going to do a couple commercials. But most importantly, we want to thank you, our listeners. Frank and Terry Pelosi, two of our listeners that
Good old
I like
Frank
to throw.
and Terry.
Yeah, I like to throw a plug in to them as well. And most importantly, be safe. Thanks, Paul Muller, for what you do for the show. Stay well. Don't text while you drive. Jerry, I'm coming home to walk the dog eventually. And most importantly, God bless America.